Ay, ¿qué les digo, mis queridos? The geopolitical landscape is constantly shifting, presenting us with scenarios that once seemed confined to the realm of fiction. The world of geopolitics is more dramatic than any telenovela, filled with unexpected twists, betrayals, and power plays that keep us all on the edge of our seats. It's a complex web of alliances and rivalries where the stakes are incredibly high. And the latest twist is electrifying. It's a development that could potentially reshape the dynamics of a major conflict and alter the course of international relations. Imagine a weapon so advanced, a technological marvel of modern engineering, it could change the war in Ukraine overnight, tipping the scales in favor of one side and dramatically altering the strategic calculus. We're talking about the American JASSM cruise missile, a weapon that has the potential to redefine the conflict. This isn't just rumor. This is based on solid reporting and credible intelligence. Sources like Military Watch and the Kyiv Post, respected voices in the defense and international affairs communities, confirm the US is seriously considering sending these to Ukraine. This decision is not taken lightly, and it reflects a significant shift in the level of support being provided. The JASSM isn't just another tool. It's not simply an addition to the arsenal. It's a game changer, especially when paired with Ukraine's new F-16S. This combination creates a formidable force, capable of projecting power deep into enemy territory. With a range up to 1,800 kilometers, these missiles possess an unprecedented reach. These missiles could reach Moscow from Ukrainian airspace. Suddenly, the strategic landscape is redrawn. Suddenly, Russia's capital is within striking distance, a prospect that was previously considered unthinkable, a psychological and strategic shock. The implications are profound, forcing a reassessment of defensive strategies and potentially altering the course of the conflict. This move signals a shift, a fundamental change in the approach to the conflict. The West is no longer content with just helping Ukraine defend. The strategy is evolving beyond mere containment. It's about giving them the power to strike back. It's about providing the means to deter further aggression and potentially reclaim lost territory. The whispers of escalation are now a roar, the drums of war beat louder, and the implications stretch far beyond the battlefield. This decision has the potential to trigger a chain reaction, impacting global security and stability. Europe's stability hangs in the balance as nations grapple with the potential consequences of this escalation. As the rules of engagement are rewritten, the established norms of international conduct are being challenged. We're entering a new, more dangerous phase, a period of heightened uncertainty and increased risk. One where even Moscow can't ignore the threat. The Kremlin is now forced to confront a new reality, one where its own security is no longer guaranteed. Que barbaridad. The world watches with bated breath as the situation unfolds. So, what exactly is the JASSM missile? What makes it such a significant piece of military technology, and why is it causing concern in certain circles? Think of it as a ghost, a silent, almost invisible threat in the skies. Launched from afar, well beyond the range of immediate retaliation, flying low to the ground, hugging the terrain to evade radar detection, making it incredibly difficult to intercept. And when it finally reaches its destination, it strikes with deadly precision, minimizing collateral damage while maximizing impact. The JASSM-ER, the extended range variant, can hit targets up to a staggering 1,800 kilometers away. That's like launching from one country and hitting a target deep within another. This range puts Russia's critical infrastructure, even facilities located deep within Moscow, at risk of a precision strike. It's not a new weapon system, some experimental technology. Thousands have already been built and are currently in use by the US military and its allies around the globe. It's a proven and reliable system. Countries like Australia and Poland have already integrated the JASSM into their defense strategies. So, if these missiles were to be sent to Ukraine, what would that mean? It's not about scrambling to ramp up production. There's no need for that. It's simply about redirecting a steady flow of these proven advanced missiles to a new location. Its stealth capabilities and pinpoint accuracy pose a significant challenge, even to Russia's most advanced air defense systems. It's a serious threat. For the Kremlin, the prospect of JASSM missiles in Ukraine is a nightmare scenario, a weapon that can seemingly slip past their defenses undetected and strike with devastating effect where it hurts most. their critical infrastructure and strategic assets. The ghost is now at Moscow's door. And this time, the threat is very real, very tangible, and very concerning for those within the Kremlin walls. Western aid to Ukraine has always been about defense until now. The JASSM flips the script. It's an offensive weapon, a sword instead of a shield. By giving Ukraine this reach, the US signals a new strategy sometimes. The best defense is a good offense. Russia's sense of safety, its command center's industrial base, even Moscow suddenly vanishes. The war is no longer distant for Russians, it's at their doorstep. Ukraine could now disrupt Russian operations before they begin targeting logistics and command far from the front. This isn't just leveling the field, it's tilting it in Ukraine's favor. It's a revolution in how this war is fought. The JASSM, or Joint Air-to-Surface Standoff Missile, represents a paradigm shift in modern warfare. But what exactly makes this weapon so effective, so feared, and so sought after? What gives it the edge in today's complex and heavily defended battle spaces? The answer boils down to three core attributes: stealth, precision, and raw, unadulterated power. These aren't just buzzwords, they're the pillars upon which the JASSM's reputation is built. It achieves stealth by flying low, hugging the terrain, making it nearly invisible to enemy radar systems. This allows it to slip past even the most advanced air defenses, including Russia's vaunted S-400 systems, designed to detect and intercept a wide range of aerial threats. Its sophisticated guidance system, a combination of GPS, inertial navigation, and an infrared seeker, ensures that it can hit a target with incredible meter-level accuracy, minimizing collateral damage and maximizing mission effectiveness. And the warhead? It packs a punch with nearly 1,000 pounds of high explosives, specifically designed to punch through hardened bunkers and destroy even deeply buried underground facilities. It's not just a missile, it's a strategic asset. It's a bunker buster capable of neutralizing fortified positions, a building leveler that can cripple enemy infrastructure, and a powerful psychological weapon that can demoralize the enemy and shape the battlefield. For Ukraine, the JASSM represents a game-changing capability, something they've yearned for since the conflict began. For Russia, it's an existential threat, capable of striking deep within their territory and jeopardizing their critical military infrastructure. The JASSM effectively neutralizes Russia's geographic advantage, their ability to project power from a vast and relatively secure homeland. It puts their most valuable assets, command centers, logistics hubs, and strategic weapons systems at significant risk. This isn't just about sending a message of resolve or escalating diplomatic pressure. It's about systematically dismantling the enemy's war machine, piece by piece, disrupting their ability to wage war. Es verdaderamente un arma de película. It's a weapon straight out of a movie, a symbol of technological superiority and strategic dominance. Now, the big question, is giving Ukraine a weapon that can strike Moscow justified, or is it reckless escalation? On one hand, it's about justice, leveling the playing field after years of Russian attacks on Ukrainian cities. On the other, it risks provoking a nuclear-armed Russia, crossing a line that could spiral out of control. Leaders in Washington and Brussels face a moral and strategic crossroads: help Ukraine win, or prevent global catastrophe. There are no easy answers, only high-stakes choices. What do you think? Is this empowerment or a dangerous gamble? Share your thoughts below. This debate affects us all. Sending JASSMs to Ukraine would send shockwaves through NATO and beyond. It would show the alliance's resolve, especially to frontline states like Poland and the Baltics. NATO's increased defense spending and advanced weapons are a clear response to Russian aggression. For Russia, it's proof their invasion has backfired, uniting the West and bringing advanced arms to their doorstep. The Kremlin's assumption that the West would hold back is shattered. Moscow would be forced to stretch its defenses thin, protecting cities instead of the front. This move is a direct response to frustration with Putin's tactics and broken promises. The message, the time for talk is over. Real consequences are here. To see the future, look at the past. Every time Ukraine got a new long-range weapon, the war changed. HIMARS forced Russia to move supply depots. Storm Shadow and Scalp put Crimea's naval bases at risk. ATACMS struck deep, destroying air bases and helicopters. Each new system pushed Russia's safe zones further back, complicating their logistics and strategy. The JASSM is the next most powerful step in this pattern. Ukraine has used every new tool skillfully to degrade Russia's war effort. The escalation is clear, and the stakes keep rising. The JASSM would erase Russia's strategic depth overnight. Suddenly, every major asset west of the Urals, railways, factories, command centers, is a target. Russia would have to redeploy scarce air defenses from the front to protect its heartland, weakening its position in Ukraine. Destroying key logistics would slow Russian supplies to a trickle. An army can't fight without fuel and ammo. Ukraine could strike at the roots of Russia's war machine, not just the branches. If Ukraine adapts Soviet-era jets to launch JASSMs, the threat multiplies. Russia would have to watch the skies everywhere. The unpredictability would induce paranoia and fatigue in Russian command. It's a strategic headache of the highest order. We stand at a turning point. JASSMs in Ukraine could redefine European security for decades. The era of limited proxy wars is ending. Now, even capitals like Moscow are vulnerable. For Russians, the war could arrive at their doorstep, shattering the illusion of safety. This escalation will trigger a response. More missiles, tighter defenses, and a new arms race in Europe. The peace dividend of the post-Cold War era is gone, replaced by tension and uncertainty. The hope forced Russia to negotiate and end the war. The fear trigger uncontrollable escalation with catastrophic consequences. The choices made now will shape Europe's future. All we can do is hope wisdom prevails. ¿Qué tiempos nos tocaron vivir?